Hi guys, thank you for being with us today for our fifth episode of On the Road Trekking. I am Mel from Empress Creation, and today I am with my beautiful host MJ.
Hi, guys.
So today we're going to be having two wonderful ladies from the CCRSA. We're going to talk about road safety. And first of all, I want to say thank you to our sponsors for helping us having this podcast coming along. So Wallace Transportation, Total Energies, the Women's Trucking Federation of Canada, for sure Empress Creation, and CAT. So we're going to start our new podcast in the next couple of seconds.
And today we do have our wonderful ladies.
Hello, my name is Amanda. I'm with the Caledon Community Road Safety Advocacy Group, or CCRSA, and with me is Carmela.
Hi, I'm Carmela. I'm also with the CCRSA, with the Caledon Community Road Safety Advocacy Group.
So you girls are going to be with us, and it's fun because we're all women today. But like we always say, this is not just a woman podcast, but it's fun to see women in transportation. Mm-hmm. So you guys have a lot to talk about, and we're excited to actually see and hear everything that you have to say, because safety is a big issue on the roads right now. So what is happening in your area right now that you want to talk about?
Okay. Did you want to start, Carmela, just like how we started?
Sure. We've only started 11 months ago, so we're quite new to the cause of road safety. But we did start because of a tragedy in our community. A truck actually hit a young lady in our community, and unfortunately, she did not make it. And we all came together to advocate with her and her family, to all levels of government, to say, you know what, we can't handle this anymore. Our roads are full of trucks. Our roads are full of unqualified drivers. We also have illegal truck yards in our areas, which we will talk about as well. But we had enough, so we formed that way, and we came together. And we've never met before this, but we came together, and now we're a great team that work.
Yeah,
well, that's good.
And our main goal, sorry to interrupt, our main goal is really to be a voice for the residents, because there was a lot of anger in the community after the death, and we wanted to really channel that anger and that passion into something like productive, and having really productive conversations. So our main goal is really to be that voice of the residents to all levels of government. So we're talking municipally, regionally, provincially, federally, and really advocating for change to legislation, to stronger, training for truck drivers, and making sure that there's that oversight, because that's hugely lacking right now, especially within Caledon and the surrounding communities. We see that. And as we've gone on, we are seeing that like it's province-wide and even Canada-wide.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, you said, you're talking about your community, your region. Which region is that? Do you guys really have is it Brampton? Is it?
We do ourselves, and there's another member of our group named Franca Pisani. The three of us live on the border of Caledon. The village is Bolton, and we live on that border of Brampton, Vaughan, and Caledon. So it's a really unique area where it's all trucking yards surrounding us on Highway 50, Highway 9, Highway 10, and we're blocked in. So that's where we come in. So this is this unique area. Plus there's warehouses everywhere within this town. So we do call ourselves a freight village.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And safety codes for sure for you guys, because there's a lot of truck could be an issue or be stressful for you guys. And I think it's important that we actually say there is really good truck drivers, right? And trucking industry is great, but sometimes it does have some lacks, which we're going to talk about. And having illegal parking or having drivers that don't have proper training could make a big could cause basically a big stress on residents like you guys, for sure, if you're in the area that has a lot of freight going on.
Yeah, it's really a big problem here. And I think these kind of things go hand in hand. These illegal yards that are basically they're setting up, they're taking agricultural land and they're putting gravel on it, and then they're parking trucks. They're not rezoning it properly, which then means that, you know, the environment is at risk because things aren't graded properly. Like, we don't know where are they changing their oil, right on the gravel. There's also like access issues. A lot of times they're putting these illegal yards on roads, like it's a single lane in each direction, and it's 80 kilometers an hour speed limit coming in and out. There's no way a loaded transport is going to be able to come to a complete stop when a truck decides to pull out. Like, it's disaster waiting to happen. And because these yards are illegal, there's also a lot of, you know, undesirable activity happening there. And oftentimes it's literally right across the street from a residential area. There's kids, there's school buses, you know, it's just really, really dangerous. And, you know, we see it, the people who live here in Caledon, Bolton especially, see it every day. And it really is scary driving here.
And it's been like that for like how many years now? Because I imagine that actually did change in the last couple of years.
I would think, I mean, when we talk about things, we talk about post-COVID. You know, everybody was inside. Nobody was seeing anything. We were told to stay inside. So that's where we always gauge that number of years that this part of the illegal yards has been happening. There have been one or two here and there, but it's really, we've seen an influx in that time.
Yeah.
I saw on your Facebook, if I'm not mistaken, you guys actually have a map. Like, there's multiple. There's not just like one or two. You guys have like a full map. How are you guys finding these? Is someone like driving around trying to find them? Is the government helping you? Is the, you know, police in the area kind of helping you? What's your support?
I would say Caledon has been very helpful, the municipal government, in terms of having that map available. It really does help residents to know, like, because a lot of people drive by something and they just assume, oh yeah, you know, there's another truck yard, it must be legal. And a lot of times it isn't. So it is good. It has helped the community be aware of sort of what is where. And if they start seeing something that they're like, hey, that doesn't look right, you know, we're encouraging them to call into the bylaw office. And, you know, right now, I think the last time I checked, there was over 70 complaints that are ongoing right now, just within Caledon alone. And, you know, there's lots of other communities that are impacted around us. So it's a big problem here.
And it is the town of Caledon map. So they do, through bylaw, they do pinpoint those areas, those locations.
Yeah. Okay. And like, since you started like with the CCRSA, basically, what change did you see happening basically?
Well, I would say there's been a lot of conversations. We've been very, very fortunate to make a lot of connections, both like at the government level, so like with all levels of government, but also with different community groups. So, you know, yourselves, also Truckers for Safer Highways, the OTA, lots of groups that are really advocating for those good truckers, because it's very important. You know, there was a misconception that, you know, we're against trucks. That is absolutely not true. We fully understand that we need that industry here. And, you know, it's very, very important to our community. But we need the good truckers. And that's what we're supporting. But
we need safe drivers.
Exactly. So we've made a lot of great connections there. In terms of what change has happened, you know, at the government level, unfortunately, we really haven't seen much. And that's part of the reason why we are protesting this coming Saturday on September the 6th, because we've had lots of great conversations with levels of government. And we know they've been talking internally with each other. Again, lots of great conversations and letters and emails and all sorts of things. And that's great. But now we need the action.
Yeah.
So that's why we're protesting.
people have been interested, or how many interests you guys have into coming to this protest? Is it going well? Are you guys getting a lot of protesters with you? How's that going?
Yeah, we're getting protesters from all over Caledon, in every direction. From one side, it's a large community, so from one side of Caledon to the other, and then we have Brampton people and also Vaughan. And we checked today, and there was a Northern Ontario group as well that wanted to protest on the same day. So it's been very nice to see that people want to protest at the same time. Everybody has this issue across Ontario, and with everything that's happened in the US as well, now is the time for us to say, hey, you know what, this is not just happening here. We all need to come together, and hopefully we'll get some noise in the US as well. Hopefully we can just all say to this large North America, like, something's got to give here, because it's happening everywhere. People are losing their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were talking at the beginning that there was an accident, a tragic accident that happened. Can you, I don't want more details, but we need to talk about like what happened, what circumstances, what needs to change for like that type of accident not happening again.
Yeah, well, it's really, it's a question of driver responsibility, I think, right? And have to say, it's not just truck drivers, it's car drivers too. There's a lot of people who don't pay attention to what they're doing, or they think they're the, you know, the safest or the most important person on the road. Yeah. And, you know, they're doing stupid things in front of trucks and causing accidents to, you know, the good truck drivers as well. Yeah. So it really is a question, not necessarily about trucks. It's really like your own personal responsibility of your driving habits. Like, leave 10 minutes earlier than you normally would, so you're not rushing. Yeah. You know, pay attention to what's around you. Don't be distracted. Don't drink and drive. Like, all those, what you would think is common sense. It's not that common, unfortunately. And, you know, it really comes down to the driver and your own personal responsibility.
Absolutely. What do you guys think your ideal goals are? Or like in like a year from now, what do you guys think that you are trying to really achieve from this CCRSA?
Go ahead.
Well, for one, there's so many goals here. So it's not just the one goal or two goals. I kind of call it an analogy of an octopus. So we have road safety in the middle, and then we have all these issues with all their tentacles. So the first thing in Caledon that we'd like to see is more enforcement and more powers given to the municipalities for these illegal land uses and illegal truck yards. So right now they can't barricade those lands, and the municipality is just giving these little fines, and it's just cost of doing business for these operators, illegal operators. So we'd like to see that come into play right away. And that's something very simple. That's just one legislation change. Like, that's not a big deal, and it doesn't cost anything. So that can be done very quickly. We'd like to see that happen within the next couple of months, actually.
Yeah. And then, you know, ultimately, we would love to see that training of truck drivers being completely overhauled. And we would really like to see the MTO taking back that license issuing responsibility from the third party, because from what we've seen and a lot of the connections that we've made throughout the industry, I mean, of course, there are good places, but there are a lot of bad ones. And, you know, who knows how many drivers those bad ones have passed. And like, what sort of qualifications do they have? Have they ever driven in snow and they're driving like all the way across Canada? It's absolutely crazy. Yeah. And we understand that's not something that can be done quickly, but it really does need to be done.
We were talking with Shelley Walker from the Women's Trucking Federation of Canada, and they are working on limiting basically the amount of truck schools. So like you have qualified truck driving training, which safety is going to be very helpful with proper training and having less schools, and to learn how to, like you were saying, drive on Canadian roads, right? Because we are different. If you come in Quebec, during winter, you're not going to have the same temperature at all. So it is important. And there's a lot of people sharing the routes, and like just even us driving up to like Montreal, Toronto. It's crazy the amount of people and trucks that you actually see on the highway, and you have like to share roads with the trucks and the other cars. So it's like a community effort also.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd also like to see an apprenticeship program as well for young people here, right? Our children, like there's no apprenticeship program for them. And it would be great to have some kind of enticing offer from the government to the younger generation here, like they do for the trades. Why don't they do that for truck driving here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we actually have that in Quebec. Well, we have the ATE program. So ATE is governmental. It's sponsored by Caledon. It's like an organization that will kind of sponsor from the government to bring just people like you and I who want to become drivers. And it's a 6-month class inside of a company. So you're kind of pre-hired, but you actually have to go through the whole schooling process within 6 months. It's a really wonderful program.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we desperately need that here in Ontario.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yep.
And it's directly with the schools too, like CFTR and CFTC are our main schools. So it's a wonderful program. And I do hope that works for you guys. I think it would be beneficial for sure.
Yes, for sure.
What other, so those were 3-4 main things that you guys were really focusing on, right? So if we recap, we have, of course, the road safety overall was your little head of your pieuvre, if I say that. And then you guys really want to work on, especially right now in the closest time frame, those illegal yards. That is like your #1 priority right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's causing havoc here in this town, and the towns surrounding us.
And there's nothing else that they can do other than fines? Are they like buying the land themselves? Is that? Okay.
Yeah, so there are a lot of lands for sale here, and part of the reason is the 413 Highway 413 is there's a lot of land speculation that's happening, and of course any transportation company wants to be close to a major highway. So there's a lot of land has been for sale and bought speculatively that this is happening, and while they wait for the main development of the land, they're either leasing out the land or converting it themselves illegally to illegal yards.
And it's a shame because it's agricultural land, right? So it's just been taken over and everybody's thinking, okay, it's going to be a new farm. And then all of a sudden we see trucks coming through. And that's the only way that we know that that's become a truck yard. We just, all of a sudden we're getting messages from the community saying, hey, you know what? We're seeing some driveways being put through. We're seeing some gravel come in. And then within a weekend, there's hundreds of trucks. And they're in people's backyards.
100 of trucks. Hey, we're talking a lot of trucks there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of these yards are like 200, 300, 400 trucks parking.
Wow. 300-400. So what is the Caledon population? Are we talking like tens of thousands? Is it like a?
Yeah, all over Caledon's probably around maybe a little over 80,000 people, but it's a very large sort of surface area. Most of the population is sort of at the south end of town. So Bolton is in one corner. There's Mayfield West in another that's close to Highway 410. And so you get a lot of that sort of, conflict, right? Where you have lots of residential right next to agricultural land that because it's so close to the highway or the rail yard, it gets converted into these illegal truck yards.
If the community that is listening to us right now and can't be with you guys, what can we do to like make sure that you're heard and we're supporting you guys?
So it's a Saturday the 6th. And we're thinking anybody who wants to join cause can actually put up a sign even in their location and say, especially for the trucks, because that affects everybody. It looks like within Canada, it's a national issue. So that can be, we'll show you some some signs that we've come up with, and people can actually copy them and put them all around. They can also create their own advocacy group within their own towns, in their own communities, and they can reach out, and we can become, you know, a whole group of advocacy groups that are coming together of community members and saying, you know what, this is the same message, and we got to go up to the federal level at some point and say, this, everybody's saying the same thing. We need change here.
Yeah. And we really want people, you know, if they're inspired to protest within their own community for an issue that's road safety related, or truck safety, or training, or like any of those issues, by all means, please go ahead. We would love for you to, like, you know, do either a short video or a photo of yourself protesting. Please be creative with your signs. We love seeing that creativity. But we also urge people to please be safe. We don't want to be like, as much as some people are very passionate, we don't want to be blocking any roads. We're really just trying to grab attention. We want people's attention to the issue so that more and more people keep talking about it. The more we talk about it, the more noise we make, the more likely the government is going to have to do something.
Is that currently your main target audience right now? You're going straight for the government. You want the government. Are you mostly doing this protest this weekend for the municipality of Caledon?
I would say it's actually mostly targeted to the provincial government. Within Caledon, we've had some very good success with our municipal government. They've been doing a lot of advocacy, you know, even through other municipalities, bringing other municipalities together, trying to you know, widen the voice of all of the municipalities in the southern GTA that are impacted. So they've been doing a good job. We need the province to step up. Many municipalities have been asking for the same things that we're asking for. Now is the time for the province to act. There's also, you know, federal things that can be done as well. We would like to see that, but I think the main impact we want to have is that the province needs to listen and make some change.
So if people like want to contact you, do they contact you through Facebook? Like, what's your Facebook page, your Instagram? Do you have TikTok? Like, what is your social medias that basically people could reach you?
Absolutely. We have our Facebook page that probably is the most visible and the busiest place for everybody to message us. So definitely they can reach out to us directly as well. Or we do have a web site that is CCRSAgroup.com, and that's a great way to see what's happening and send any kind of message to us. We do have a CCRSA group Instagram page as well. So we're all over social media and trying to create lots and lots of videos for people to see, because it's a good way of showcasing that visual impact, just not, you know, a petition, because that's kind of boring for people. It's more of the visual aspects, which are important, and really so people can see that we're just regular people. We're regular community members that need help. And we're just like anybody else that's looking for the safety of what's happening on their roads.
Yeah,
that's great. Well, I think you have something like a very interesting concept. And the fact that you have your town also that is like with you, you have the community. It's important that we do talk about this, because I was not even aware that there was illegal parkings like that in like towns. I think we had a little issue with MJ. But yeah, I find it very interesting that you actually talk about this, and I'm sure that there's probably even people in your own community that are not aware of this, and it is important that we talk about this, because it's not something that, like, we're losing lands for like, and now we're having more parkings. I understand that there's a lot of merchandising that needs to like move around, and we need trucking industry. We're not going to be living if we don't have trucking industry, which is very important for everybody to know, and we support it, but we need to support safety of this, and we want to have legal also companies that are there and that are parking at safe places for your children and everybody around it.
Well, we have to live together, so we have to do so respectfully and make sure that we do it safely.
Yeah,
for sure. Oh, it was very great. Like, I don't know if you have something more that you want to talk about or add, but it was great having you girls.
Oh, we really appreciate you having a conversation with us. That really is what we're trying to do is, you know, with all the things that were happening, like the accident in Florida, and everybody was talking about that. And locally here, we had some issues where there were some new driveways opening up, like right next to our residential area, that got everybody all, you know, riled up. So those kinds of things, anytime those things are happening, we really need to be making sure that we're continuing talking and being loud. We really need people to keep talking about it and you know, showcase what's happening in your neighborhood.
Yeah, and I think what people forget about is post it, share it, talk about it. Doesn't cost anything, and it's just going to increase safety on the road. So like, it's free to do. Just take 1 second, share post. For sure, if you guys have also like already like digital stuff that on your Facebook page, and you can maybe just write on your post that you're okay with downloading that image, so we can repost. Also, it's interesting for people that they don't want to like go around like your trademark stuff or something like that. So just can write it down and say, you can repost this. It's interesting also. And we're going to do it on our page also, because we want to support this cause and it's important for us.
Yes, great. And we're really thankful to have that Quebec connection as well, because we know that it's, you know, as we said, a problem all across Canada. But the more that we can get people, you know, talking about the issue and interacting with each other, I mean, you never know, that one connection can really have a huge, huge impact.
For sure. Like I said, now that we talked about like just illegal parking, I'm actually going to pay attention like in my area also. Sometimes if we have like, because I live in like country also, so there's a lot of like parkings that could be there, and I never really paid attention to this, and it's important for me to like also talk about this.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Great. Well, I hope you have a really nice day on Saturday. So
thank you so much.
And we're going to be reposting this also. If ever you have like more questions for everybody that is listening, you can contact them on their Facebook page. Is your Facebook page just CCRSA?
Yeah, it's the whole name. So Caledon Community Road Safety Advocacy. I think CCRSA is in brackets.
Yes.
Yeah. So
if they look for it, they're gonna find you guys. So like, repost this, share them, just like their page. Also, I think this is gonna make a big difference also on just supporting our community. That was a very interesting podcast. I'm really happy that we had a chance to have these ladies with us today, like learning about illegal parkings. I'm still stuck on this. It was like 200 to 300 trucks random in like a residential area. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's honestly, their passion is really amazing to see. And I'm still so shocked by that. Like 401 farmland, like that is crazy. And she said over 70,000 population. I can't even imagine the amount of truckers and just trucks that are in their community. That is a really big amount.
It's crazy. Anyways, I really hope that they're going to have this community, well, all of you guys that are listening to us, that are going to be reposting this. So once again, their Facebook page is I'm not good with the names, right? Yeah, CCRSA. You can follow them on Facebook. You can repost also whatever they're posting. You can follow them. I think supporting this community is going to be helping the safety on the roads. So thank you for being with us. It was a great show. We hope we are going to be seeing our next podcast. If ever you guys actually want to join us and you have something that you want to talk about, we are more than open to have you on with us. And thanks again to our sponsors, Total Energy, Wallace Transportation, the Women's Trucking Federation of Canada, Empress Creation, and CAT. So this is Mel from Empress Creation and MJ. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.